Hi there and welcome back. So in the beginning I stated that we will be looking at the lymphatic and the immune system, and there will be a surprise. Does one size fit all? And I bet you can ask your doctor, scientists, friends, relatives, and they will agree with this. From allergy to asthma to Alzheimer, or whether you have a diabetes or depression, or whether you have a Crohn's disease or cancer, you name any disorder, you name any disease, it boils down to three things. First, you have some sort of symptoms. So doctors go through the differential diagnosis, right? First you have some symptoms, so before you are labeled that you are diabetic, you have some symptoms. So before you are labeled and you are diagnosed with that particular disorder or disease, once you are diagnosed, you go through the treatment, the doctor will advise you the right course of treatment. Once you are done, assuming somebody has had a cancer, then after the cancer is in remission and completely cured, what if it reoccur, right? So before, during and after, in all these three stages, whether it could be anything and everything, diabetes, depression, allergy, asthma, Alzheimer, cancer, you name it, it boils down to these three things. What if there is one thing that fits everyone? What if we have something so powerful, so strong that Mike has asthma, Henry does not have asthma? It's simple. But when Mike has asthma and Henry has asthma, but Mike has a strong and powerful lymphatic and immune system, and unfortunately Henry, while other factors being equal, does not have the strong immune system, does not have the strong lymphatic system. You figure out. We saw the consequences of, or the disorders of, if lymphatic system and the immune system doesn't work, right? So those disorders, those diseases can be fatal. So if one size fits all, regardless of any disorders and regardless of any diseases, if I can have a better lymphatic, better immune system, then before, during and after, I am better off, while other factors being equal. So why not take care of strengthening the lymphatic and the immune system? And I'll share with you one very important statistics that our CDC has come up with. So let me start with that statistics. So CDC says that by the year 2050, 25% of the population of the United States will be 60 years of age and older. The CDC estimates that 80% of those 60 years and older will have one or the other form of immunodeficiency system related disease or disorder. Now, I am 16. So, in the year of 2050, I will be 46. I don't know about you, but let's say some of you are going to be over 60 years in the year of 2050. Okay, so what do you want? Do you want to be in this 80% suffering from one or the other disorder or disease, or do you want to be in the remainder of those 20%? While you are 60 and above, add 30 years to your current age and figure it out. If so, why don't we use this one size fits all, and why don't we make sure that we try to take care of our immune system, we try to take care of our lymphatic system. If not, then it will lead to blockage, disease, infections, and even sometimes cancer. From edema to cancer, lymphoma, we all reviewed those things, right? So why don't we pay attention to how do we strengthen our immune system? Layman would say immune system, but a well-learned person would say lymphatic and immune system, right? So what are the ways we can take care of our hormonal, lymphatic and immune system, that if we have better, then regardless of allergy, asthma, Alzheimer, diabetes, depression, Crohn's disease, cancer, whatever it may be, one size fits all, and it can put us in a better situation, right? So, and these things are very easy. Don't think always too much and don't stress out. Relax. Some stress is necessary, but too much stress and always is not good. It weakens your immune system. So enjoy, have fun, laugh. Now, in American families, in American societies, there are data that clearly proves that dogs and pets are very important. Why? Because that will make you go out on a walk, do some exercise. The kids, the babies, they right from the childhood play with the dogs and cats. That boost, they get used to having a better immune system. Build your social network. It goes without saying. Man is known by the company he keeps, right? And having a good company, having a good social surrounding and the environments, it goes long way. You think positive, they think positive, like-minded people try to always support each other. It goes without saying. And there are various things you can do. Be volunteer, take a class, join a group. Sky is the limit. Look on the bright side. So the glass is half full or half empty, or you have a glass to begin with, right? That's the way to think about. Have a laugh, internationally speaking. And sometimes, honestly, it's funny. I look at those who are standing and laughing, and sometimes even you just go out and see them, that makes you laugh. But the point is that relieve the stress, have laugh, have fun. That, statistically speaking, supports and boosts your immune system. And of course, research is going on to see how well it can control the illness or the diseases. But you don't lose anything. Fruits and veggies are full of antioxidants. Needless to say that having the fruits and veggies in your whatever 24-hour cycle that you follow, it goes long way. So eat the rainbow of all variety of fruits and veggies full of antioxidants. Think about herbs and supplements because it does help. It complements to whatever you are eating. And if not sure what to do, because there may be some side effects, and if you have any history and you are already taking other medications, check with your doctor and figure it out. He will provide you the best course of action to be taken. Move your body, exercise is the best way. Let your blood circulate and remain fit, healthy body. Get a good night's sleep. Needless to say, sleep is the God-gifted natural medicine or the remedy or the healing power it provides. Depending upon your age, sex, 7 to 9 hours are generally preferred. Okay. If you are drinking, then drink in moderation. If you are smoking, think about it. So the lymphatic and immune system, we started with traffic system, the analogy, right? Just think this way, that if you are smoking, it may lead to, it can accelerate of your chances of developing lung disease, chronic obstructive pulmonary or lung disease, right? Just like if I am driving to reach the airport, if I am speeding, I could be ticketed, as simple as that. So is it worth continue to smoke? Think about it, talk to your doctor and figure out how you can get rid of it. Wash your hands often, no need to say anything further, because we reviewed in lymphatic and immune system what are the different ways these bacteria and virus and fungi and name it, unwelcome guests, how they sneak in. Make sure you are up to date when it comes to the vaccines, okay? Avoid exposure to the toxic chemicals, drink plenty of water so that the limb continues to move. Get enough vitamin D. There are very rare food from where you can get the vitamin D, and of course, safe exposure to the sun is another source for your vitamin D or take supplement. And take care of your gut, because it is stated, statistically speaking, that 70% of our body's immunity system either starts or relies or is located in the gut. Okay, so that concludes the lymphatic and immune system. Even if you can take a couple of nuggets out of this, I know that not everyone has the medical background. This is a good refresher for the underwriters and field partners, agents, brokers and customers. Whatever you can take out of this, that would be great. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.